Hey students, it's Miss Shofity here. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the assignment called the 13 Colonies Choice Board. So in the 13 Colonies Choice Board, this is to get you a little bit more familiar with the 13 colonies. You will choose 3 activities. Everyone has to do the study island. And the study island really should be the very first one that you do. So when you get this assignment on September 8th, Tuesday, September 8th, you really should do the study island option first because you are having a chapters 1 and 2 assessment on September 14th. And doing your study island will actually give you lots of good information and lots of good review about the 13 British colonies. So you're going to choose 3 activities, but everyone has to do the study island option. So you will choose 2 other activities on the choice board besides study island. So as you can see this, the completed activities, all 3 activities, should be submitted here to the same assignment. So you will have 3 items submitted here to this 13 Colonies Choice Board assignment. These 3 activities actually add up to be a project grade. We haven't had a project yet for first quarter, and since we're doing remote learning, we are trying to give you guys some options that are a little different than what we would do if we were actually in class. So for this project grade, these 3 choice board activities, you will have approximately 10 days in and out of class to complete these 3 activities. And remember, study island has to be done by everyone. That's everyone's first choice. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the choice board together. So this choice board actually is a Google Doc, and it's a hyperdoc, which means that you can actually navigate to different sources and information by clicking these blue hyperlinks. So let's talk about this first choice. Explore and read. It's worth 50 points, as are most of these. It says explore this information about the 13 colonies, then create a timeline of when and how each of the colonies was established. So you're doing a timeline if you choose that. Write 3 things you found interesting about each colony next to it on the timeline. You can use a digital source like Poplet or create your paper timeline. So that's up to you. So that's explore and read if you would choose this as one of your options. The next one is examine. So you would click on this little blue hyperlink. Part 1 uses a writing, kind of a writing formula called ACEs to reflect on the primary source. So if you click on this examine, it's going to take you to another website. So part 1 is using ACEs to reflect on the primary source. Part 2 is examine the clothing of colonial women. Why do you think the women dressed this way? How do you think it limited them in society? Would you like to wear this clothing? Why or why not? So that's if you choose examine. If you choose watch here, click on the blue hyperlink, and then it says watch this video about the history of colonial America and answer these questions in complete sentences using proper grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and spelling. So how did the colonists make money? And that would be different for each of the regions. How were the colonies divided into regions? Describe the characteristics of each region. And then why was slavery implemented in the colonies? And what are the lasting effects on our nation? Okay, So the next activity is learn, right here, learn. Learn about the lost colony of Roanoke. Which theory do you believe and why? Highlight your choice and write on an ACEs explanation. So here's that writing formula again called ACEs. So you can read down through. They left Roanoke Island and went to live with the Native Americans. They left Roanoke Island and went to live in some other place. Or they made boats out of wood, left Roanoke Island, and were lost at sea. So those are some of the theories. Which one do you believe and why? So when we get to this study island review, everyone has to do this. And remember, I said it should be your very first choice. So thinking about, when you are choosing these, study island should be everyone's first choice. Once you do the study island, then you will take a screenshot of your score and submit your score to this 13 Colonies Choice Board assignment. So all students must do the study island for exploration and colonization, chapter 1 and 2. Your score is your overall percentage correct out of the 25 questions. Therefore, be sure to review the lesson in the study island and look for your answers in the lesson. So if you have not done study island ever before, which I probably doesn't apply to very many people, make sure that you're using the lesson to answer the questions. Look back, just like you've been taught in language arts. Find the answer in the lesson before you actually choose. So if you get an 80 out of 100, that's your score. If you get 20 out of 100, that's your score. So make sure you're actually doing the study island correctly. There is a study island how-to to tell you, what is your username and your password for study island. So look in the same folder for September 8th and you'll find that. The next option is read. Read these profiles on the 13 colonies. Which one is most interesting to you and why? Which colony do you think was best? Why? Use evidence from the text to explain your argument. Then rank the other 12 colonies from best to worst, based on why you think they're better and why you think they're worse. So again, you would click on this read blue hyperlink to get more information. Okay, so we're on our last row, infer and discover. Create a colonial postcard, screenshot your final product, and write a letter home about your life in a specific colony. So if you're like, well, I think I'll choose North Carolina, that's your specific colony. Include details. Who are you? What is life like? How do you live, dress, and eat? What can people infer from your letter about colonial life? So that can be something that's pretty creative. Analyze. Analyze the life of colonial people in each of the 3 regions, New England, Middle, and Southern. Create a 3-way Venn diagram illustrating at least 5 details about each region. Which people led the best life? Worst life? How do you know? Use evidence from the text to support your answers. Again, finding a good resource, if you go to this analyze, this blue hyperlink, that'll take you to some good sources. And then lastly, create and infer. So create a comic strip illustrating an important event or thought during colonial times in America, like the Pilgrims landing at Plymouth, the creation of the Mayflower Compact, Quakers of Pennsylvania arguing against slavery, James Oglethorpe, who was the founder of Georgia. He established Savannah. Any event you choose. Explain your thoughts or summarize the event below the comic strip. So again, using these blue hyperlinks to find very good resources to help you if you're analyzing, if you're discovering, inferring, learning, those are all good sources. But remember, you have to do the study island review, and that should be your very, very first choice. So if you need help or if something's not making sense, I will have an open Zoom tomorrow during all your classes. So if you need to ask me a quick question or whatever, please do use that Zoom information in this folder, and we can chat about whatever you may have questions on. I hope you have a good day. Bye.